Testing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, the BTM Crypto News Network is back. Let's go. Actually been crazy busy. Crazy. Guys, you have no idea all the kind of stuff that's going on. The market is down and people are getting crazy. And I'm telling you, we are so early to Zebec, guys. We are still early. Don't panic. Don't uh panic sale. Don't get crazy. Just hold. Just diamond hand, guys. What is this? What up, Silver Days, BTM Crypto News Network. And I might do a Caspa video later. I'm trying to see something. If I don't have to meet up, I'll go straight to Caspa a little later. Zebec, what up, Silver Days? Smash the like, please. Smash the like, subscribe. What up? What up? Edward? Edward. Hired word. What up? Yazim, what up, fam? Yeah, no, I had a procedure done a couple weeks ago, and then I went out of town. Then I went to homecoming. Then I went to see my mom, check in with the fam. So your man's being mobile, bro. I've been on the road, the road warrior. So now I'm back in the good old big Dallas, the big D, the big dangerous. So I'm back home. So I'm back to making videos. You see, I put a couple videos out, but I couldn't really live stream. Plus, too much going on to live stream. But we are back, baby, in the house. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, super chat. Hit your main man up. But on the road, bro, I'm trying to keep the lights on BTM Crypto News Network. And I might start doing some Bitcoin videos. Shout out to my main man, Mike, over at Bitcoin Ben Dallas. Bitcoin Ben Dallas is taking over, baby. Let's see. Let's start the screen share and see what we can see. What up? What up? Welcome back. Let me see here. So, of course, shout out to our sponsor, um, Caleb and Brown. Caleb and Brown has a brokerage, and the weird thing is, people are actually signing up using my Caleb and Brown link in the description because I'm seeing a couple dollars coming through. So I appreciate that. All you guys that are signing up, people that are newbies and new to the crypto world, if you need some help, reach out to the kid, but also get a wallet, get off the exchange. Your keys are not your keys if you don't have them. We're having a debate about this at the Bitcoin Dallas Club. People don't want to get hard wallets. The exchange goes down and you're mad. Bro, trust me. Personally, it's happened to me more than once. So I'm telling you from personal experience, get a wallet, get a tangent, get a Caleb and Brown. Caleb and Brown also stores your crypto. I don't remember how you said it. I think they keep it offline or have a cold storage wallet system or something. Shout out to Tangent, the Tangent wallet. I got a Tangent wallet. I got an account with Caleb and Brown. So I'm definitely getting off the exchanges because be careful when things start to pump, the exchanges freeze up on you. And then sometimes they even go out of business. FTT or FTX or whatever the heck it is. FTX. These guys just disappeared. I know people that are still trying to get their Bitcoin from FTX. I know a guy that was buying a house and he hasn't moved in, what is that, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years, 3 or 4 years? Because he's waiting to hear something from FTX, see if he's getting a payout. I don't know. But make sure once you buy it, take it off the exchanges. You can use Uphold. You could use Tangent. You could use, I don't know about Treasure. These guys are saying bad things about Treasure. Make sure you get a wallet that you can disconnect from the internet. We'll leave it at that. So shout out to Caleb and Brown. Sorry I went on this rant. 24/7 support and call them in the middle of the night, which is Australia time anyway. So the middle of the night here would be the morning. So if you want to call them at 2 o'clock in the morning, they'll be up ready for questions. So that's another thing I like about them as well. You get a one-on-one broker. I got a broker that I need to talk to because people are signing up. Appreciate you signing up. And I appreciate the inflow with the people signing up. So let's see here. This is a quick short about institutional investors buying a Zebec. Let's run this real quick.
Institutions quietly accumulating ZBCN while retail sleeps. 3 reasons. 1. Zebec just partnered with Ripple to bring streaming payments to the XRP ledger. This connects ZBCN to billions in institutional payment flows. 2. Lightning Speed Ventures, with deep Federal Reserve connections, has been buying millions in ZBCN. $4 million institutional buys aren't random. 3. Uphold ran NBA and NHL commercials promoting ZBCN. When was the last time you saw crypto ads during major sports? That's institutional marketing. Zebec is replacing 1970s banking infrastructure with real-time payment streams. They're processing actual payroll right now, not building vaporware. The DePIN narrative is exploding, and ZBCN is years ahead with real partnerships. JP Morgan, Visa, MasterCard integration, World Mobile Network deployment. While everyone chases the same narratives, smart money is positioning in infrastructure plays. ZBCN is one of them. Follow for daily Zebec insights. Are you paying attention yet? Why are institutions quietly accumulating ZBCN while retail?
I'm tripping. The video ran over. So he kind of sums up a lot of information there about the retail and the institutional investors. Because I'll tell you straight up, guys, these guys drive the prices down. They wait, they sell, they wait, and then they all get together and buy it at the bottom and shoot the price back up. You've ever noticed that certain cryptos go down and all of a sudden they start pumping like crazy because the crypto market is not regulated. Just put that out there. So a lot of these guys are working together. They're in co-ops and partnerships, and they'll sell together, wait for the price to drop, get down to the rock bottom and buy it back cheap and watch it roll back up, guys. So just keep that in mind. Like a lot of people are new to the crypto market. They're on X telling you what they think about crypto, when they think the bottom's in, what they think you should buy. You should be invested in meme coins and all kind of craziness. But at this point, the meme coin run is pretty much over, right? Only people, younger investors or new investors mess with it, right? I got a meme coin. I got into just for a quick pump. But as soon as it pumps, I'm dropping it, right? Get into altcoins and blue chips. Blue chips are the future, like our favorite payroll processor. So think about it. Bitcoin was first mover advantage. Look at its price, right? Ethereum was first mover advantage. Look at its price. A Zebec is a first mover advantage, right? It is going to do things. It is going to run because it is the first in the market doing it. They're leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. What is this? Trading for life. Zebec is the future. Believe it. Write it down. Take a picture. Zebec wheel pump. Let's look at the bubbles real quick. And I'm just talking tonight, but I haven't been on for a while, guys. Got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to go over. Got a lot to catch up. I'm trying to figure out a good time for the live streams. I'm getting crazy busy at work during the daytime. Your boy's moving up in the world. Got more responsibilities and more things to do. So I don't have time during the day for the YouTube. So I need to figure out what's the best time in the evening to do it, right? And then push my whole operation to the night shift. So I think that's pretty good. The BTM Crypto News Network can start running at night. Maybe we'll do daily updates. I don't know. Still working that out. But to the bubbles. Nero's up 4.9. Render's up 3. Casper's up 4.3. BGB's up 2.9. Peanuts up 4%. FTH, wait, HFT is up 3.5. Flocky's up 3%. Sui's up 1.7. Radian is up 6.5. Solana's up 6.4. I'm glad I grabbed some Solana at the bottom. Snake is up 5.3. Tao's up 1.5. Ethereum Classic is up 1.4. Uniswap's up 4.4. SHIB's up 2.2. FTT's up 10%. What? Farcoin's up 9.8. XPX 6900 is up 9.7. Virtuals is up 6.5. Bitcoin is up 2.2 to looks like 111,000. Look at 110,000. Got up to 111,000. Up 2.2 on the day, 0.2 on the hour, 1.3 on the week, still down 1.8 on the month, but is up 65.2% on the year. And people are saying it didn't really do much. Bro, it was at six. That's what I told somebody. It was at 50,000 last year, right? What is this? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I told somebody. You're like, nah, man, it only went up like from 70,000 or a couple of thousand, what do you say, 10,000? Like, nah, bro, it almost doubled. 120, yeah, it almost doubled this year. We're talking about Bitcoin, talking about it's not going to do anything, bro. It's been running. What is this? Blessings, crypto fam. What up? Where you been, fam? Let me see. XPR. I've heard a lot of stuff about XPR. I might start doing XPR videos. It's a lot going down on the XPR environment, but they're saying XPR might do something. We got a couple dollars in Tron, and I can't get it out to Tron. I don't know what's going on, right? It's like the Tron Ethereum doesn't work with whatever Tron I got it in. Somebody sent him to a payment, and it's stuck. I can't convert it. I can't use it to send it to another wallet because all the wallets are like Tron, Ethereum, Tron, Solana. This is Tron. I got to put some more money in Tron to move it. And I've been trying to do it for weeks, but I'll figure it out. I'm going to buy XPR with it, right? Just a little bit. But I've been buying XPR up on the side as well. Binance is up 5.2% to 1,149. Let me see. Organize up 4.9. FET is up 6.3. Pepe's up 3.4. And just up 2.4. Bonk is up, what is that, 5.1. Litecoin's up 1.9. Jupiter's up 4.4. Hero's up 3. Hint is up 11. Let me see here. Texting my cousin back. I can't talk to you. I'm live, man. We're doing it all live. Hint is up 11.8. ASM is up 3.5. Flare's down 1.3. Near's up 1.9. Hex is up 7.3. Ondo is up 2.7. What's Ondo's price? Ondo is at 73 cents. Might keep an eye on Ondo. Arch, what is it? Arch Block? Arbium. Cybertron is up 4.3. Mudan's up 5.9. Metals up 5.5. IZBT's up 3.8. Bears up 2.7. Gala is up 4.2. Cardano ADA is up 2.9. Mog is down up 2.1. Putty Penguin's up 3%. White is down 9.2. AI Tech down 7.2. Tron, I was just freaking talking about that. Tron is down 2.8. Hedera, H bar is down 0.8%, 0.9%. One down 0.1 on the hour, 4% on the week, 25% on the month. Say what? 221% on the year. And Brett's up 6%. Osmosis 2.2. Dog with a Hat 6.8. This is Arts Block up 1.3. Theta's up 1.3. Alchemy Pay is up 2.9. And of course, our favorite payroll processor, the reason for the season, our main crypto, Zebec Network, down 3 spots to where are we at? 003. Oh, wow. Seriously? 003. Up 0.3 on the day, 1.4 on the hour, down 9.4 on the week, 9.6 on the month, which actually isn't that bad. 243% up. I remember we were up 500%, 420%. So I'm not saying buy the dip because it's not financial advice, but buy the dip, guys. Just be smart, right? And you can see here, like I was talking about, I'm not sure institutional wise if there's some kind of co-op going on here, but I do know something's happening. You can see that price went from, we'll look at it on the trader view at some point, 0036 down to 0034. And to tell us the day. Wait, this was today? From 5 a.m. to 5:40. What was this? 5:41? 5:36 to 5:41. So was that 5 minutes? That's weird. On the week, we were at the 004. Now we're down to the 0036. For the month, we were at the 005. And now we're back at the 003. But this is not just Zebec. The market took a serious hit, guys. There's a lot going on politically, and it's affecting the crypto market. Let's close out the bubbles and look at live trading. Live Coin Watch says we're up 2 points. That's weird. Every time we start talking, the price goes up. So we're up 2.19 on the hour, 0.45 on the day, down. Going up 1.6. What is going on? It's something happening. Okay. Down 8.9 on the week, 7.8 on the month, 7.6 on the past 90 days, still up 244.4% on the year. It's weird. Every time we start talking, the price goes up. I don't know. Is these guys saying I should talk more, but I can't talk all day, every day, right? We got to wait. But the price action will come back, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, cats and dogs, Zebekians, sailors, warriors, and BTMers. The price will return. Just be patient. So this is CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap says it is down 0.32 on the day. Is this right? Okay. 0.32 on the day. Market is 341 million market cap. We're trying to get over 500 million to a billion, and we're back down to 341, up 3% on the day. 24-hour trading volume is 15 million, down 0.08. Oh wow, we are down 15 million 24-hour trading volume. Oh man. We do have 86,900 holders. Going over to the holder count. Holder count says 86,906. Looks like we've added 9 in the last hour, 12 in the last 12 hours, 47 in the last day, 198 in the last 3 days. Last week, 371. Last 2 weeks, 1,430. And the month, 3,615. So shout out to the Diamond Hands. This is Solano scan. They're saying 86,911. So keep in mind, Zebec is still a small community. I know it seems huge. I know it seems like we're taking over. I know it seems like we are going to push all the way up. But as you can see, we don't even have 100,000 holders yet, guys. We are still early on the project, right? The word's not even in the street yet, right? Your mom's sister's boyfriend's barber doesn't even know we exist. So with the adoption coming, I think it is doing extremely well. But let's see what we can see. So on the chart on the 1 hour, looks like a couple green candles. RSI, I haven't seen what RSI in a while, is 56.5. Base RSI moving average is 45.2. Looks like we're red over blue, or blue over red, which is bullish. We're building volume on the 1 hour. Let's go over to the 5 hour. 5 hour is, oh wow. Oh wow. 5 minute. I mean, 5 minute is very bullish, right? RSI is 73. What is going on? I guess the word's getting out about the announcements and the NBA with the uniforms. Looks like we are bullish and getting into oversold territory, I think. 15-minute chart. Looks like we had a pullback around 5:30. And looks like we're starting to climb back up at the 003. Oh my gosh, what the freak, man. So it looks like the RSI is very 65.2, like it's coming down. RSI base moving average is 56.7. Definitely bullish. We're building green candles on the 15-minute. 45-minute shows a couple of green candles as well. RSI is coming up. Bullish on the 45-minute, and we have some volume building on the 1 hour. Kind of bullish. Volumes building. Got a red candle. 2 hours showing the same thing, kind of flat. Oh wow, what happened here? Last Friday. Oh my gosh. 2 hour, check the 4 hour and keep it moving. On the 4 hour, looks like we're building volume here as well. Couple green candles. Can't really tell if this is bullish or bearish. Looks like slightly bearish. Blue over red. Looks like we're doing a little something. I don't know. We'll have a long way to come back up. So coming back, close this guy out and close this guy out. So over to X, what's going on? Everyone's been talking about the custom drop, the NBA cities with the Zebec and the Uphold logo on the uniforms. Bullish. Let's freaking go. What up, Tony T? Where you been, fam? Let's get the comments going. What do you think? Are you still bullish on Zebec? Are you in it to win it, or are you ready to get out? Because if you are, get out. We'll buy you up, right? Either way it go, we're gonna keep it moving. So this is that logo, and I want to play this crypto Chrome real quick. Let me see where's the volume.
Reserve said this week might quietly change crypto forever, because when the most traditional institution in the world starts echoing ideas born in DeFi, you know the system is shifting beneath our feet. At its first Payments Innovation Conference, the Fed talked about stablecoins, tokenized assets, and blockchain rails joining the financial mainstream. That's not a theory, that's the exact foundation Zebec Network has already been building on. Zebec streams USDC payrolls in real time, turning money into motion, like switching from waiting for your next paycheck to watching it flow continuously, second by second. What if finance didn't pause? What if getting paid was as smooth as watching a live stream? That's not sci-fi. That's what Zebec's rails are doing right now. And in the digital realm where stories like this live, the crypto Chrome has been tracking every shift, connecting the dots between innovation and reality so viewers can see the full picture before it unfolds. And now, the Fed says it's researching tokenization and smart contracts, the same tech Zebec's already mastered. It's like the referee finally joining the game, realizing the players built a better field. Could this be the moment crypto steps out of the experimental phase and becomes the framework for the next century of payments? Think about it. Every major shift in history started when old systems began repeating the language of the new. That's what we're hearing now. The question isn't if this change happens, it's who will be ready when it does. The walls between old money and new rails are fading. The innovators and the institutions are finally reading from the same blueprint, and this time, the builders might just lead the way.
So shout out to Crypto Chrome. I think that was a pretty good video. And that's actually pretty interesting because I was telling you guys, I don't know if you checked out my regular video. It wasn't live stream about the what is that? Universal is that universal benefit income? Universal basic income, tripping. Universal basic income. So guys, if things are going the way they're going, right? Let's per se, hypothetically, allegedly, supposedly, right? If things do go how they are going, market tanks, the fiat economy crashes, the digital economy starts, the crypto economy takes over, right? It's what's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. I think these guys are stretching it out so people can get ready and adapted to it. But eventually, the physical system of fiat only lasts, or banking systems only last, what, 300 years or something? Somebody gave me some actual numbers, but I can't remember. But the system will eventually change, right? We went from, what does this guy say? Trading seashells and pebbles and rubies and rocks and gold and silver and corn and green to coins to dollars and then eventually to crypto, right? It's going to eventually happen. It'll be the next step. So if you go look at my video, I kind of explain process. But to make a long story short, at some point in this journey, right, when it does go to crypto, they'll start these universal basic incomes where people will get paid by the government to just sit at home. As the robots take over, now they're saying AI is lying, AI is not even real, the AI doesn't work the way you think it is. But I was telling people there's really not a lot to AI, right? People are so great. Literally searching the web and giving you answers, right? So it's not actually doing it. It's just giving you answers from the internet, guys. But it is crafting. As you do more searches, it learns your thought process. And people are saying they actually talk to it and it gives them feedback. And I've heard somebody was saying they actually challenge it And the AI is like, are you trying to flirt with me? Are you trying to be coy? And it'll get more advanced, right? It'll start asking, replying to your questions differently. So I don't know. I've used it, but I haven't really get too crazy with it. And people are saying as you use it more, it'll make you less intelligent because you're not doing the research anymore. You're just asking uh, the AI. So I don't know. But Meta did say that they are shutting down their AI division, moving the guys to other parts of the company. Guess they can't get it to work, or they found out what we found out that maybe it's not doing what people think it's doing. Who cares? Moving forward in this economy, when they pay you to sit at home, these universal basic incomes, how do you think they're going to send you these checks, right? Write it down, take a picture. This is the part where you start paying attention. With these universal basic incomes, they're going to stream it, right? They're going to use Zebec. That's why the Federal Reserve is interested in Zebec and XRP and streaming platforms to move money. Streaming will be the way that money is used in the future, guys. I'm not sure if you're following this or if it makes sense or if you are with me. If you're with me, put a fire emoji in the chat so I can know where you're at. Again, I'm going to pause for a second. If you are with me, you understand what I'm talking about, put a fire emoji in the chat so I know that you know where it's at. But seriously, with these streaming payrolls, we already know the government literally said at the end of October, they're going to stop issuing. I think it already happened. October 15th or something, they're going to stop issuing payroll checks, right? They're going to stop doing paper checks altogether. So that means they have another option and plan. And I guess direct deposit. And the next step would be streaming. So if the direct deposit's set up, they're probably testing the streaming now. Would still test it, remedial test it, and integration test it for months before they actually turn the switch. But if they know the technology is there, they can start testing it, and that will be how they get connected and how a Zebec will slowly slide into the picture. But enough about that. Let's get back to X. Shout out to my man, Creative Control. The custom Real Manny U debit card is here. Load your favorite crypto. Spin IRL powered by MasterCard on the custom designed Manny U debit cards compatible with Apple and Google Pay. And if you've noticed on Uphold's now taking, is that Google Pay or something? There was another payment form added to Uphold, and I was actually shocked. So, what was it? As these payments go away, right? After Cash App disappears, yeah, PayPal and Apple Pay, right? So you can do PayPal, Apple Pay on Uphold. So as a lot of these payments forms merge, some of these old ones like Cash App and stuff are going to go away, right? There's lots of lawsuits with Cash App now, so it's only a matter of time. That leaves the door open for streaming, right? A lot of these regular ways of getting paid, payroll checks, payroll, all that's going to start to slowly disappear. All these payroll companies going to be gone. And the bulk of the money will be moving through these streams like XRP and a Zebec. So shout out to the Zebekians, the Zebekian millionaires, and you guys that have been with your main man BTM. since the get-go. I was trying to say what to put in the chat. I guess we'll stick with a fire emoji. Put another fire emoji in the chat if you've been riding since the beginning. You've been down since 4 flats on the Cadillac. Let me see. Here, where you spot Zebec Uphold this November. And as the season started, we've already seen that they're going to be on jerseys. I thought it would be more than jerseys. Maybe something else is coming. But so far, Zebec will be on the jerseys. The Vegas Golden Knights is the November. Wow. It's November. St. Louis Blues, November. Milwaukee Bucks, November. Atlanta, November. Milwaukee, November. Or Detroit, the November. And also keep in mind they are doing soccer as well. I think soccer is going to be going on deep, but it seems like you would get as many markets as possible. So they were doing basketball and NHL, custom Xano debit cards are live. So if you notice, we're keeping up. If you're tracking, Xano, actually the Zebec cards, the debit cards, right? They're pretty much cornering the market, right? And ain't too many people that already have their own debit cards. So if you were to stream payroll checks straight to your already existing debit card, right? Your already existing credit card, your science card, and World Mobile, right? There's a lot of pieces coming together for Zebec, like the mobile networks, which will be big. I think there's going to be a lot of competition in this mobile network market. I think Zebec is in good position to keep it pushing. So this is settlement is moving on chain. ZBC. This must be an old document because it is a ZBCN now, but originally it was ZBC. USD base settlement, delayed settlements is ZBC. Traditional financial systems is batch based biweekly, payroll monthly, billing end of the month. Settlements, the new financial system that's emerging on chain is continuous. Zebec is one of the infrastructure players facilitating the shift. So ZBC is Zebec, ZBCN is Zebec Network. So I guess they went from just regular old Zebec to now we're taking over with the Zebec Network. ZBCN as streaming settlement, real-time wage flows, instant settlement, active streaming liquidity, live programmable money. It's actually pretty cool. You know how old this post is, though, because this should be ZBCN. Whoever made this is using the older form. But he's right, right? Batch processing is how you get your current payroll, right? When you send off a HCH check, it's batch processed. They send a file to the bank. The bank gets all these files, put it in a program, and runs all the files together, and it updates your balance on your account. So if you're putting money in, you get credited. If you're bringing it out, you get debited. But all the money on the account is moving from these batch files. With streaming payroll, you could do it more often because it's streaming versus batch processing. And that's the way of technology currently. Everything is moving to streaming, so you don't have to wait. I actually worked with a few companies working on streaming solutions where your data streams versus batch file processing. So shout out to Alpha Lion. These are the cryptos made in the US. XRP Solana, Dodge, USDC, Cardano, Link, AVAX, XLM, SUI, HBAR, Litecoin, Bitcoin Classic, Uniswap has a coin, Near, Avance, or whatever this is, APT, Ondo. Ondo didn't have a logo. Algorand, Render, and Zebec, ZBCN. What up, Phantom Beats? What's up? So who's watching? Hayward, I see you got the fire emoji. Trinity for life, I see you got the fire emoji. Yazim, what up, fam? I see you got the fire emoji. Tony, I see you're out here. What up, Tony T? What up, Yazim? And Phantom Beat, what is going on? So, as our president is very American first, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some kind of way to help everything in the square progress and progress rapidly, right? And of these, you got XRP, Solana, HBAR, Cardano, Near, Render, Ondo, Algo, HBAR, AVAX, and Litecoin. So there's plenty of stuff in the ecosystem made in the US that is able to process across the networks, right? So this is Angelica. Zebec is building its own telecom mobile network. I think we talked about that with the World Mobile called a Zebec Net. However, World Mobile's partnered is GSMA. Telecoin is the first crypto to partner with GSMA networks to onboard the 750 mobile networks. Let's see what happens in the future. What up, everyone? What up, C Shiba? I'm in the right place then. Do you feel ZBIC can be linked to Telecoin at some point with the instant payment and the deal with the World Mobile allowing them to access the mobile signal? Good question. Your phone, your data, your rewards, just join the first private user-owned mobile network with token-based rewards. What's this? Shop our phones. Where's that link at, World Mobile? See if I can pull that up here. Telecoin is the first telecom-focused crypto distributed partner with GSM. What is this? The World Mobile Phone. I'm trying to pull it up here. Telecom structured subscribers globally. The central mission is to finance inclusion, empower, and a broad spectrum of mobile users with expanded access to the global financial system of the future with or without a bank account. What? With or without a bank account? Well, hold up. What up, New Wave? What's going on with you, fam? Where you been, my boy? Um, Telecom can be used by anyone tech-savvy smartphone users, unbanked feature phone users. Bank the unbankable. Write that down, guys. And rapidly growing middle segment of underbanked smartphone users alike by combining the reach of the mobile networks and fast borderless nature of blockchain technology. We can provide easy and secure gateway to crypto adoption on any mobile device. Telecoin PTE Limited, based in Singapore. Of course they are. With a diverse team of operators out of Japan. So what is this? Telecoin. See what Telecoin is talking about. So this is 0037. Oh, wow. 376 million market cap. This look pretty familiar. Circling supply 100 billion. 005 down 3.2. But where can you buy this telecoin? What is it? Coin market cap. Thank you. New Wave. What's good, everyone? Just buying some more of at these low prices. What up, Peter Gunn? What up, New Wave? I appreciate you, bro. I'm just trying to keep the lights on over here on the BTM Crypto News Network. And I'm working with another um, group that's going to start making, what are those called? 3D. We're starting making some 3D printed crypto gear. Of course, we're going to get the Zebec out there. Maybe some Caspa, maybe some Bitcoin, but I'm definitely going to get in the market with 3D printing. You guys got a whole 3D printing network, so keep an eye on for that. We're going to ball all the way out, bro. Ball out till you fall out. So I got a lot of things working on the side. Why is telecom? Why is Intel over tele? That's weird. So I just want to see down 5%. Where you get this? Oh wow, 1.5 million market cap. It's weird. No exchanges I know of. Oh wow. Change now. I just added some Zebec to my bags. Definitely pick up that ZBCN, guys. We did this already. Tripping. Back to X. Fell in a rabbit hole. GSM Association, GSMA, a nonprofit trade association that represents the interest of mobile network operators worldwide. More than 750 mobile operators are full GSMA members, and further 400 companies in a broader mobile ecosystem are associate members. Interesting. I'm gonna keep an eye on these guys. And this is also about Zebec and Uphold. Interesting energy-based stablecoin. What is this? Zebec with Fed's first payment innovation conference confirming that the blockchain are now entering the TradFi fabric. We're sitting down with Quant, the Q, to discuss what this means, L1's PayFi and their custom Q debit card, the future of PayFi, what the Zebec Network, and of course you can't even freaking see this. Is this tomorrow? Is this really tomorrow? Unlike traditional stable coins that rely on collateral algorithms, zero derivatives is stable, derives its stability from the universe constant of energy cost. What? That might be so. That's actually, that is tomorrow. I'm tripping. I need to find this actually. Where is this link? I need to check this out tomorrow at 10 o'clock. The future of PayFi featuring Qual Network. Yikes. You need to top up some quant. That's weird. But yeah, we definitely need to check that out. Uh, see here, X is filled with accounts that have never been through a bull run, repeating the same post daily. It's so infuriating. The dumb stuff they post, No one actually knows when crypto market's going to peak or hit bull cycle. Let's be real. ZBCN is my choice. Shout out to Tony Zebec, and he's right, man. Anybody telling you they can time the market don't know what they're talking about. Anybody tell you it's going to happen doesn't know what they're talking about. It's going to happen. You just don't know when, right? Nobody knows. That's the whole allure to crypto, right? That's how you're making the money because it comes out of nowhere, and either you're prepared and you can cash up, or you get left behind and get further behind when it takes off. That feeling you get when the market crashes, but you realize you got Zebec when it was below 0.001. Of course, right? I'm still ahead, right? I was at 0.0007, and I actually bought ZBC, and it converted over to ZBCN. So it wasn't even ZBCN yet. So this little 3003 is nothing, bro. This is still in the positive. So just continue to DCAN. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. But we are early to the party, ladies and gentlemen. The start of something great. NHL, NBA, payroll, super app. And what is the word with the super app? As you can see, with the government furlough, right? Birthday dinner, bro. Okay. Uh, here's a few games we'll be doing. Atlanta Hawks is Saturday. So I guess we'll see that jersey or whatever they're doing. Saturday, October 25th. Vegas is November 9th. Pistons are November 28th. And Minnesota Wilds, December 11th. I do want to see what they're doing. We'll be sponsoring some games across the NBA and NFL this fall, NHL this fall. Thought they were doing something bigger than jerseys and sponsorships, but at least he's going to get the word out. So there's no worries there. They could have told us a long time ago. Every symbol gets its own color treatment, bold, unique, and built to stand out. That's actually pretty nice. I do kind of like that. I might have to hit these guys up. See if they give your main man BTM a jersey. Anybody, everybody, somebody. I'm gonna have to hit up the Pistons, either the Pistons or the Wilds, or anybody actually. What's up with your main man BTM? I have to holler at the CEO. Wouldn't that be cool if they gave everybody a jersey that had over 100 G back? Right? Just drop them. Send me your information, and we'll send you a jersey, or get a token. We'll get a jersey. I don't know. Shootout. Tune in Saturday the 25th. Oklahoma. Atlanta versus Oklahoma City at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Definitely want to see what those jerseys look like. Something big is coming courtside. Custom drops, exclusive rewards. What NBA city do you think we're hitting? That's weird because it'll be an away game. So it's not even going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be in Oklahoma. Yipes, need to top up. ZBCN Super Bowl commercial one day. I hope so. That would definitely help adoption. Like, what is ZBCN? What is that? What is that? Martha, you heard of a ZB? What is it? I don't know. What is it? So I think that would be a very positive push. Presents custom Uphold Hawk jersey. Only a handful of execs want it. Heck yeah. Spot your billboard at the game or your screen. Snap a pic and tab Uphold. Okay. We'll see how that works. Kind of complicated. ZBN Pirates. Are these prices really considered a dip? I mean, you can still get thousands of Zebec under the 0.001. Let's talk about it. Cold storage, only 10%. Store swap. Day 8 of asking Coinbase to kindly list the ZBCN. This is another card. I think it's the same card. The Manny U card released a custom version of their debit card. I think we saw this earlier. Crypto Chrome TikTok video.
Forever, because when the most traditional institution in the world starts echoing ideas born in DeFi, you know the system is shifting beneath our feet. At its first Payments Innovation Conference, the Fed talked about stablecoins, tokenized assets, and blockchain rails joining the financial mainstream. That's not a theory, that's the exact foundation Zebec Network has already been building on. Zebec streams USDC payrolls in real time, turning money into motion, like switching from waiting for your next paycheck to watching it flow continuously, second by second. What if finance didn't pause? What if getting paid was as smooth as watching a live stream? That's not sci-fi. That's what Zebec's rails are doing right now. And in the digital realm where stories like this live, the crypto Chrome has been tracking every shift, connecting the dots between innovation and reality so viewers can see the whole picture before it unfolds. And now, the Fed says it's researching tokenization and smart contracts, the same tech Zebec's already mastered. It's like the referee finally joining the game, realizing the players built a better field. Could this be the moment crypto steps out of the experimental phase and becomes the framework for the next century of payments? Think about it. Every major shift in history started when old systems began repeating the language of the new. That's what we're hearing now. The question isn't if this change happens, it's who will be ready when it does. The walls between old money and new rails are fading. The innovators and the institutions are finally reading from the same blueprint, and this time, the builders might just lead the way. Something the Federal Reserve said.
Shout out to Crypto Chrome on TikTok. I see you out here, my guy. And thanks, New Wave, a birthday dinner. I'm not sure what you mean by birthday dinner, but we live, bro. We're doing it all live. This is Zebec's second most bought on Uphold. Where did they get this list from? Someone start checking this actually. XRP 71.9, Bitcoin 84.8, ZBCN 80%. So I was like, how is that? But I guess it is. I'm not sure why XRP is at the top if Bitcoin is number one and Zebec is number two. So XRP should be at the bottom, but whatever. Keeping it pushing. This is that Uphold commercial, which is everywhere across NBA and NHL this fall. Prices is down. Great time to buy. ZBCN is the future of payroll, the future of finance. This is snapped at Zybos. I'm not even sure who that is. I believe in stablecoin. I believe in payroll. I believe in Zebec. Shout out to Crypto Creative Control. Oh, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, New Wave. Appreciate that. You know, in some countries, you know what exactly you do on your birthday? You actually buy stuff. Like it's your time to get the stuff, which is weird. But some cultures, on your birthday, you take everybody out and feed them and have parties and you celebrate. They come, but you're paying for everything, which is weird. But hey, to whom much is given, much is required. Something is shifting beneath the surface of global finance, and hardly anyone's talking about it. 150 trillion in idle liquidity, rates cuts on the horizon, institutional rails forming in real time. ZBCN builds the bridge XRP builds the bridge, ZBCN powers the flow. The latest deep dive breaks down how these two assets will anchor the next era of real-time finance and why it may already be starting. Read the full article. So shout out to my main man, Crypto Gold. Where's the article though, bro? It's weird. Oh, okay. You might have to save that for the next live stream. So keeping it moving. Here's a lot of people asking about the Zebec compliance. And here's the breakdown. Let's see, can we pull it up? Zebec's committed to meeting the highest security and regulatory standards worldwide as crypto regulators continue to evolve. We've proactively upgraded our global compliance framework to stay ahead of emerging requirements. Financial businesses, operators, and digital assets. So they have completed the SOX, the MECI's completed, and FCA is in process. So I'm glad they did get that out because everybody's been screaming about it. And here you go. Wonder where he got this from. The network compliance updates and dates: SOX, MECI, FCA, ISO 20022. SOX 2 compliant September 1st and 2nd. Fully achieved SOC 2 compliance audited by Providence Security, covering security, availability, processing integrity, confidentiality, and data privacies. MECI Marketing Crypto Framework September 2025. Initial target for MECI compliance. White paper field mid-October. By October 17th, approval achieved for confirmed compliant, enabling EU operators for payments and Zebec cards. I guess that was what happened with Deutsche Bank. When Deutsche Bank started doing the processing with Zebec. FCA, let's see, the FCA UK Financial Conduct Authority, end of October 2025. Milestone completions expected for FCA compliant, supporting UK payroll and remittance. ISO 20022 financial messaging standard, July 14, 2025. Federal Reserve adopted ISO 20022 for Fedwire, aligning with Zebec's roadmap end of December 2025. Full ISO 20022 compliant, targeted, enabling direct integration with banks, governments, and real-time cross-border payments. Let's go. So that did sum up the compliance. So we were on track, as I told you guys were. Just be a matter of time before they announced it. Zebec is back in the golden pocket, and a fearful market, and reminding the market will go low enough to make you believe the bull run is over, and then will resume its uptrend. Potential diverse RSI, MFI. Are you buying? And this is public crypto, and Zebec's partnership was announced in 2022, but it's becoming newly relevant in the late 2025 because of how the crypto landscape and Zebec's evolution have shifted since then. Here's why. Oh, wow. I'll let you check that out from Crypto Queen. And let me see here. I wanted to get to this video with a Cesar and his dang it, Caesar and his price predictions.
Secondly, I think this scam wick here is literally a scam wick. I think that the way, if we're looking at on the daily time frame, how we should analyze this is that this is the low so far, if not the low of the move, not this. Okay. Why? Why do I think that, and why justifiably so? Because when the exchanges, all of the major exchanges at the same time in the world were shut down, this was the price they achieved. But when they came back online, when people were actually able to buy and sell and the order books were working, the price regulated back up here, right? So I think this was fake price action because it only happened in a non-existent scenario that was forced onto the into the reality of crypto, right? It's something that would have never happened if the exchanges were open. In other words, right? I don't accept it as real price. So with that being said, I think we have found the low. I think here we are. I think it's important to understand because if we take a low here to a high, typically with fibs, whenever you do this, where you rip right through to the 786, you come back to the 236, and then you're back down to the golden ratio, typically you expect extensions. It's very important to understand that this is fake price action and that the low for this day likely should have been more so over here. What we're doing right now is having our true first interaction with the golden ratio zone at 0033 to 00309. That's our first interaction with the zone. And we're having an immaculate reaction, aren't we? Most of this day is a wick. We've left a big old wick behind us, haven't we? We've actually moved up a good bit. If we're zooming in, we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame. That was a proper reaction there. You sold off entirely, just immaculate. What do they call that? A flash crash, a fake out, whatever you want to call it. And here you are back at the base of this range. It's like that never even happened. But it did happen. There's immense buying pressure there, or at least a lack of selling pressure. There's certainly some selling pressure. The price got down there, but look at how much volume there was, man. I see a lot of buying happening at that low there, right? All this was false, right? This is a farce over here. This is the real deal. Absolutely, it's the real deal. We look at this here. Actually, let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame again. We look at this here with our indicators. The RSI is bearish, but we're starting to turn the tide a little bit, aren't we? Right? At these low points, at these various low points, right? Low here, lower low now. You had oversold, slightly oversold, and now you are not oversold at all. You actually have higher lows going through this with lower lows. That is bullish divergence, to be fair. Stochastics are bullish at the moment, to be fair as well. And the MACD overall is bearish, but I think we're shaping up to cross above the zero, right? We've got these higher lows coming in direct line here. I think soon enough we will be crossing above the zero, which leads to bullish prospects as well. We're at a low point. We're clearly at a low point. This is a prime area to buy, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We were not expecting that this low would come. I shouldn't say we weren't expecting it. We definitely gave a lot of thought to this idea, but the call was to move up, right? We outlined this call. We have at various points since really since September, we've expected this zone, we've taken it out, we've put it back on, we've gone back and forth, but it was a zone to consider nonetheless. So the fact that we've moved down here and we've seen this, I hope that nobody's freaking out. There's no panicking. Even if we don't move up from here, even if we still move down here and dare I say even go lower than this low, I hope you understand that we're still in that golden ratio zone where it's a prime area to find support. And it's actually a really good area to buy, not to panic sell. But looking at this here, I'm under the impression that we're going to move higher rather than lower in a very short amount of time here. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, we do have bullish divergence on the MACD. Higher lows in the histogram here, lower lows in the price, quite obvious, right? Stochastics, or sorry, the RSI is neutral with a bearish tilt to it. Why is it neutral? Because you're not getting oversold, you're certainly not getting overbought for some time, right? You're neutral, but bearish leaning because you've been under the 50, right? So neutral price action with a bearish tilt. I would say that's fair, right? Pretty neutral with a bearish tilt, absolutely. Stochastics have bullish divergence as well. MACD has bullish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. We have bullish divergence on the RSI. I very much do believe that we're at a low point here. I don't believe that we go lower than that low. I think that's it, and that we're going to recover from here. Looking at the daily time frame here on the RSI, depending on how you close today, because there's still a lot of time, 9 hours 26 minutes left. We're down 3.4%. Depending on how you close the day, you could close here on the RSI, or if you close the day green, you might actually close with the bounce right here off the 40. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. Do we have reasons to believe that you'll move up by the end? I mean, maybe you will. Maybe you could close today green. And if you do, that'd be a nice bounce actually right off your 40 area, to be completely fair. You would bounce like right there at 38. But even if you bounce here, you found support at this area on the RSI plenty of times between the 40 and the 30. It's perfect. It's totally fine. The stochastics are a little bit bearish at the moment, if we're being fair. If we're being fair, the stochastics actually might be the best argument that we have for the bearish case. However, you have found support here once before, and that led to overbought zone territory afterwards. And back here, actually, you're right at an area. Typically with the stochastics, especially on the daily time frame here, I'd have no problem calling for you to go lower. And I was about to. I was literally about to, actually. I was about to contradict all the bullish aspects that we've had so far, because this is a pretty big deal. That's a pretty big deal. Typically, you would go to the oversold zone, typically. But apparently, you like to find support here. That doesn't mean that you will. There's plenty of instances where you didn't, right? There's plenty of them where you didn't. But the fact that you have shown support here, especially recently, gives me a little hope, right? You've actually even found support back at that same area, resistance here before. So maybe we do find support right here as well. And then the daily RSI being in an area of support as well. The histograms being lower than we've seen really since September or August of this year, and the stochastics, or sorry, the oscillators having a lower low here. I guess we do have a lower low there as well. To be fair, the MACD actually does look bearish, but the MACD is less reliable when you're moving sideways, and we've been moving sideways for quite some time. So to be fair, that's like as soon as you got bullish here, you're at the top. As soon as you got bullish here, you're at the top. As soon as you got bearish here, you're at the bottom. So it's less reliable actually. So the fact that we look bearish here might be an indication that it is a bullish implication for the near-term price action. I do believe that we're going to move higher ultimately. If we move lower, again, where are we going to go from a low here to a high there? If we move lower from here, I would think that 00309 is the lowest that we go. I doubt that we get below there, but that's an immaculate reaction, like quite literally right off the golden ratio zone. It's uncanny. So I think that we're going to have a proper positive reaction from this. When you do get above 00475, let's just say 0046. Sorry, 00476 or 0048, one of those numbers there. If we get above this area on a daily closing basis, not only do we validate the low, but we validate the idea that we're actually going to go up and see new all-time highs. And when we do see new all-time highs, which will be sooner than expected, I'm sure for the average person, any day, any week now, certainly by the end of this, I think by the end of November, we will see new all-time highs. 0097 and 1.4 cents, something in this area, is an intended first target zone. And then once we break above 1.4 cents, the next target zone is 1.9 cents to about 4.4 cents. You get above 4.4 cents, and it's very improbable that you break above 7.7 cents, but you would likely stop somewhere in this zone here. Ultimately, and again, I'm labeling all these out because I don't assume that you're just going to move in a straight line all the way up to the area that I'm expecting. Right? I expect that you're going to go up here, but there will be stopping points along the way. You'll find resistance here, consolidate, move up, consolidate, whatever, and continue to rally. The way that I have it drawn here, you'd be at these targets by March. I don't think it's going to take that long. I think it's going to be a lot quicker. I really do think that we'll be up at 4.4 cents or more by the end of the year, but we're on the weekly time frame, so it's kind of hard to draw these consolidation phases on the in-between, right? I think when we look back at this, whenever we look back at this, we're going to look at this like it was a straight line moving up. But again, just like this back here, when we zoom in and we look at the daily time frame, it was not a straight line, was it? There were moments where we consolidated, where we saw some volatility, here. There were moments where we shook out a little bit, right? So again, the idea being that we probably, when we break out, we'll probably rapidly approach this area, consolidate a little bit, do our thing, and then continue. We break out here, we might consolidate here, you never know, and then boom, before you know it, the way that I have it drawn now, this is actually fully appropriate, completely appropriate for a 4.5 cent to a 7.7 cent price by the end of this year. And I don't think that that's at a pace that we can't see. We've seen this kind of pace before. We could certainly see it happen again. I got nothing else, guys. I'm rambling at this point, so I'm going to end it there. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.
So shout out to my main man, Cesar, with the analysis there. Shut that down. I was looking at this video earlier talking about the uniforms as well. 6 minutes. We'll see what he's talking about. It's weird. It's like a talking fox or something. I don't know, but we'll see what he's talking about.
I would have to check the statistics on that, but
What is this? What up? Hater all day. What up, though? With me staking, I'm not missing out on Jack. I've been collecting a lot of tokens through free Zebec. No, that's right. Continue to diamond hand.
This is huge for Zebec, right? So the only thing we don't know is how many games is going to happen. Is this going to be a full season thing? Is this going to be specific few games? Is it going to be all stars? Like, what is going to be the news with this, right? If it is the entire season, that will be absolutely amazing. It's going to bring so many views to Zebec. More people are going to be talking about it. More people are going to be looking into it. That's exactly what you want to see from a project, right? So they even said, we'll be sponsoring games across the NBA and NHL this fall. To celebrate, we're giving away custom Z-Back jerseys. To be honest, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to ask for a jersey and, maybe they'll send me one. You guys should reach out if you guys like Z-Back. I'm going to reach out if I get one. I'm going to share it, post it, tweet about it, say everything about it. So yeah, I'm very very excited with this sponsorship. Let me know if you guys are from Atlanta. Let me know if you watch the NBA, what you think about this, because I think this is huge, right? This is steps in the right direction. You don't really see many other projects doing this. And if you're saying, oh, well, this isn't the biggest of news, it is. It really is, because I'm a big soccer fan. That is where I spend most of my time watching. And when a team gets a new sponsor and it is just plastered on the jersey, people are talking about that for days, weeks, months, right? If it's bad, they talk about if it's bad. If it's good, they talk about how good it is. And we see price of those stocks rise or decrease, but usually rise in a very powerful way, right? So this is just going to bring that price of Zebec, in my opinion, higher up. And when they start sponsoring more teams, because I know they will, I really can feel it. They plan to do big things. They really do. Maybe an NFL team in the future, maybe an MLS team in the future. When that happens, they are going to be everywhere, right? So this is just fantastic news. We keep getting good news from Zebec. They need to keep on going. And a lot of you might be thinking, well, this news came out and price is not really reflecting that. Yes, I understand. Price will not always reflect a big news event like this, right? Just because a news event comes out doesn't mean price is going to go up. If it was that easy, everybody would start buying when the news event happened to make some quick cash, right? We have to adapt to the market. And unfortunately, we are trending a little bit down, but I don't want anybody to panic, right? Zebec is such a good project. Just because it has a little bit of a downtrend does not mean it's going to die. It does not mean we are falling off. We are recovering. Some whale or institution or something decided to sell off this morning at 6 a.m. Eastern time, right? You can see this massive candle, and now we are recovering, right? So I think if this didn't happen, we would be in this zone once again, and I think we're going to get back into that zone because we are trying to recover as fast as we can. So in my opinion, Zebec is still very, very strong. It is not going anywhere. I think these are great buying opportunities for people that don't have it yet, right? I kept talking about this weekly fair value gap. Honestly, I do not want to see us close below it. If we do close below it, then I will bring you guys another video next week where I predict price might go. Remember, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't see where the price will be for sure, but there are trends, there are things in the market that tell me where price would like to go, right? So if we do close below this fair value gap, this imbalance in price, I'll make an updated video for you guys on that. But there's two ways you can view this, right? If we close below this zone and we go down a little bit, one, don't panic, don't be scared, just relax. Two, if you have the funds to do so, the buying opportunities should be inevitable, right? They should be so obvious that you hit that button, you hit buy, right? When we got this manipulation here on Friday, I was not home, right? And my friend texted me and he's like, yo, ZBAC is down, everything is down. And I'm like, I wasn't even thinking about the fact that everything is down and red and down 70%. I was literally like, how can I buy more? how can I buy more? But obviously the exchanges, they were shut down and I couldn't, right? But I wanted to buy in this area so badly. So if we do go down, I will tell you guys where I think price is going to go, and I tell you where the great buying opportunity will be. So stay tuned for that. But personally, as a holder already, I don't want to see this. I want to see more upside and then taking this out and then the highs. So more upside to that. But yeah, just my little updated video on Zebec. You guys always smash it with the views, with the likes, with the comments. You guys are absolutely the Zebec family. So let's run it back. If you can, leave me a like, comment Zebec, bullish Zebec, subscribe. It really, really means a lot to me. And make sure you guys also do your own research because I'm not a financial advisor. And I'll see.
So shout out to this guy, the new guy making content. See, let's freaking go. Staking worries me because of hackers. I think you're pretty safe staking, right? Only way you can lose with staking is if where you're staking goes out of business or takes your crypto. I've seen that with some staking on exchanges, and the exchanges disappear. I just buy more and more when it dips. But thanks for joining. Thanks for welcoming your main man BTM back. I feel glad to be back. Probably stick with the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Either way go, guys. We're going to the night shift. Things are getting busy in the day, so no more making videos in the day. There'll be lives at night. So let me know if you think this is a good time or we should go later. But as always, let's get back to the money and stay dangerous. Miner out.